Hello friends and welcome back to yet another episode here on Inari Plays. Today we are in episode 7 of my Minecraft Let's Play series and I am ready to get back to some building. In previous episodes I've ran out of redstone multiple times and today I'm going to fix that. And I hope you guys are excited as I am because I'm going to be making a witch farm today. I've never actually done that before in Minecraft, so this is going to be a very fun experience. And one more thing before I get started today, guys, I want to hear from you in comments down below. What kind of farms do you like to build, or what kind of farms do you like to see being built? Or maybe you want to know how to build a certain kind of farm. Other than that, guys, please give this video a like, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell and, all the bells and whistles for YouTube. It really helps me out. Thank you, guys. Now, first things first, we got to find a witch farm. So, if you guys don't know it yet, there's a website out there called chunkbase.com, and you can just plug your seed in there and you can find all sorts of information about your world. You can find underwater monuments. I wish I would have known that in the previous episode. And you can also find witch farms. You can also find biomes and stuff. Like if you're looking for lots of terracotta, you can find badland biomes really easily. I'll be sure to link Chunkbase in the description below and check it out for yourself, guys. Alright guys, so this is Chunkbase. This is very nice. I don't have you can't really see the biomes on. This is what it looks like when you're looking at the biomes. But you just put in your coordinates or wherever your home is, and then all these purple dots are witch huts. So I think I'm just going to go out. I'm going to find myself a witch hut. It looks like this one may be the closest one, but there's also two out here. I'm not on a server. I'll just make a single-use witch farm. It'll be out here. Let's see, write down these coordinates. It's going to be, what, negative 2,500 and probably 700. Okay, guys, so unfortunately I've lost a little bit of footage here. But what I've done is I've found the witch farm, and I started with the roof. So I placed this top layer of wool on top of the roof of the house, and that extends all the way out even to where that porch used to be. So this whole platform is 7 blocks by 9 blocks, and those the same for each one of these. And for all these platforms there are 2 spaces in between, and you should end up on the water just like this. Now on the longer side, the one that has 9 blocks, we're going to start placing more wool, and this is where our water is going to be. And now what's going to end up happening is we're going to flush the witches over to this side, and then we'll just have a simple clock running over here to time that. Now this is what it should look like when you get to this point. So we started with that 7 by 9 platform that encloses the whole footprint of the witch building, and then we add another layer of wool on the other side. I use different colors so that you can see that. So say again, 7 blocks this way, 9 blocks this way, and then the side that you have the 9 blocks, you need to add another layer of wool. Now that we got all this wool down, on each of these wool blocks, the pink ones that we added, we're going to add trapdoors, and it should open just like that. And we're just going to do the same for all these levels, and make sure that the trapdoors open like that. If they don't, then you're going to have some problems. Okay, next guys, we're going to take all these trapdoors, and we want to put a wool block behind each of one of these. It doesn't have to be a wool block, just I'm using different colors here so you guys can see the difference. Okay guys, just to recap, this is what we got looking so far. Now to hold all the water in, we're going to place glass next to this trapdoors just like this. And before we put the water in, we got to make sure we flip all these trapdoors up. Okay, now that we got our glass walls in, it should look something like this. Now we want to keep that end open because that's where we're going to be flushing all the witches to. Okay, now we want to work on where the witches are actually going to be pushed off into. So first things first, we need to extend this off one more block, and then I'm going to put a block here temporarily, and I'm going to put one right there. And now we come off so that we have a 1 block space right here, and we're just going to encase this whole farm now. So now we just fill in all this glass right here, and this is what it should look like. You want to have a 1 block gap in there inside the farm, and then that's where the witches are going to be pushed off into. We're going to have to get rid of that water in there, but that'll be alright. Okay, I've cleared out this water here, and now next we want to do is dig down 1 more block so that anything that falls down here, can't get back up on this side. And I want to look at the sides of the farm because we're going to be using some water here now. And it looks like there's a lot less land over there than there is over here. As you can see, there's kind of some land right there. So I'm going to place water here so that it flows all the way. And now, we want to dig down 2 more blocks. Okay, now that you've got your water running from over there, and it's stopped 1 block short right here. That's just the length of the water. It goes 8 blocks, and this is our 9th one right here. This is where our witches are going to be dropping down into. So first things first, we want to put a hopper down in this space. That's going to collect our drops. Later I'll come in here and fix it all up. But first things first is we want to put a rail down. And actually I want it to be facing the other way. Okay, there we go. Now what we need to do is we need to take 24 of these hopper minecarts and stick them onto this rail. And so if you didn't know it, there is a entity cramming rule. So if there can't be 25 entities in one block. So since we're putting 24 minecarts into this space, I've got 14 here so far. As soon as we have the 24th one in, if another entity came into it, like a witch, it would instantly die. And so we want to get 24 minecarts into this space right here, and that's all we got to do. Okay, so we just finished off. I got the last little bit of minecarts right here, and once we have all these in here, the killing system for the witches will be done. Okay, next step is going to be to place in some chests so that we can actually collect the drops. And that's pretty much it. We could add some extra storage here, so let's go ahead and do that. And just like how we did our crop farm in the beginning, we're going to just stratify these chests for now. And this should be plenty of drops. You guys remember how I said I shouldn't have any solid blocks on this farm besides glass? Well, I'm going to change that right now. I'm going to replace all these purple ones with glass blocks. And the reason we can do that is because we're going to put target blocks up underneath these pink ones instead. So the reason we can trade out these for glass now is because we have all these target blocks, and target blocks will actually take a redstone signal. And before, we were just going to have this redstone dust on top of those purple blocks like this. But now, all these redstones are being redirected into these target blocks, and when they get powered, it'll power the trapdoors. Okay guys, so I goofed again. I lost some footage on how I showed you how to build this clock. And basically what you're doing is you're taking a redstone signal from each of these floors, and we're powering that based off this clock here. And this comparator line here, it kind of degrades the signal until it gives enough time to push the witches off, without leaving any of them standing there at the end. And how we can toggle this is a hopper clock back here. Now what I've gotten here is just a stack of items. So I mean, it could be a stack of any items as long as they stack up to 64 items. Okay, so this repeater right here is facing this way, and these comparators, you place them facing this way too, and then you just turn around and you place these also this way. And then on the back here, let me remove some of my spawning prevention blocks. Here in the back end, how we can toggle that comparator signal to the trapdoors is with an observer here that's going to power the repeater that's right behind it. And this observer is looking at this redstone block. And as soon as it sees it powered, it's going to go ahead and send the signal off out that way. And basically what we've just got here is 2 sticky pistons that'll go back and forth. When this hopper has 64 items in it, it'll be enough to power this piston, and it'll push it off that way, and then vice versa. Once the items come back into here, they'll be pushed off into that way. And we can turn the farm off easily by putting a lever on this side, the side that the piston is furthest away. Hope that makes sense. If it doesn't, be sure to go check out Logical Geek Boy. He's the one where I got all of the ideas for this farm. It's basically his farm, and I made it in my world. So if you want to go check out him, he can give you a good step-by-step to this farm. Okay, so what I'm working on now is I'm working on a way to extend this pulse all the way to the top floors. So we can do that very simple by just adding a, let's see, actually we need another solid block right here, We can take that redstone signal. We have to use a solid block here because of the torque. Because if not, then this redstone dust won't be powered at all. Okay, so from this point on, we just want to create ourselves a little stair steps right here, but keep adding redstone as we go. There's a simple trick. If you shift, you can actually place the block on top of the redstone. And that's it. All of them are connected up. Now before we go any further, we want to make sure we put slabs on all these blocks so that nothing spawns here. And you may be asking yourself, hey, is this farm even going to work without a roof? Well, no, it won't work without a roof. So we're going to have to put one on it. So I got some stone slabs here. Now what we need to do is we need to put it on a bottom slab just like this so that nothing can spawn on top of it. Okay, now your farm should look something like this. It's got a temporary roof on it. This is our same 7x9 area as all of our floors. And now we need to go off in 15 blocks in each direction. So we'll go 15 this way, 15 that way, 15 that way, and 15 this way. Okay, now your roof should look something like this, where you've gone 15 out in each direction. And all you gotta do is connect all the corners just like I've done here and then fill it all in. Okay guys, I got the roof in now, and as you can see down here, it makes it completely dark. Now we're gonna work on our AFK spot. Okay, since our witches are coming in from this side and over to here and dying, we want to make our AFK spot on this side. So I've already marked off a spot right here. And what I need to do is I need to look at this block and see what position it is. So target block by 71. So what I need to do to that is I need to add 113. So 71 plus 113, that's going to be 184. So we're just going to go up from that. So now all I got to do is climb up to the top of here and we can make our AFK platform. Okay, we finally made it to the top here. I'm going to go down one block just to be safe, and I'm going to put my glass block in right there. Now we can make ourselves a little platform up here so that we can easily fly up here since we have an elytra. If you don't have an elytra, you're going to have to bring a bunch of ladders. Now I'm going to make myself a glass box, and I'm going to sit here for an hour. Well, it hasn't been very long. I just got back to my computer, and I'm noticing there's a bunch of mobs spawning on over there. And as you can see, there's none over here. The reason is because this is more elevated over here, and mobs can spawn in a sphere around the player. And so I'm going to have to go light up that down there, I think. Yeah, I better go do that real quick. Okay, I've lit it up a little more down there, so let's see how it goes now. Restarting the timer now. Okay, I've spent over an hour now in this glass box, and I'm really curious to see what the drops look like now. Okay, just as the last little bit of witch's drop. Alright, now this looks a lot better. Now we're starting to see lots of drops in here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all this redstone actually. There's lots of gunpowder too. That'd be good for making rockets. There we go. Now let's start crafting some of this stuff up, consolidating all these drops. Plenty of glowstone. I like it. Hopefully this will last. This will be a good amount of redstone that'll last me for a while. Alright guys, I'm just packing up all my stuff now. Making sure I grab everything. We don't want to lose anything. Actually, you know what? I'm going to leave the bed here just in case I need it. I've got beds at home. Package everything in my ender chest. It should be good to go. Alright guys, I think I'm going to end the episode here. It's been pretty fun making this witch farm. It works out really nice. I'm very surprised at all the drops I've been getting. Shouldn't have no trouble with redstone now. All I got to do is AFK over here overnight. One thing I should probably do over here is make an automatic storage system similar to our crop farm, so that we can organize all these drops and make sure we don't lose out on anything that we need and anything that we don't need. But if you guys have enjoyed this episode today, make sure you give this video a like and subscribe, and make sure you hit that notification bell and you'll be notified the next time I upload a video. Until next time, this has been Inari.